Oh my goodness, you guys, have you heard? A brand new Pixar movie just came out. 9,000% on Rotten Tomatoes. The funniest Pixar movie in years. A return to form for Pixar. Hot dog, they've done it again. And then I watched it, and I'm very confused about all of this. So I thought maybe I didn't watch it the right way, you know? So I watched it again. And I gotta say, I'm not picking up what y'all are putting down, okay? Now, despite what some of you might think, I don't actually set out to be contrarian just for the sake of it. Like, everyone hated Snow White, I also didn't like it. Everyone hated Wish, I also didn't like it. But Hoppers? I don't know what's going on here, my dudes. Now, I will say, I do think Hoppers altogether is better than Zootopia 2, but like, that's not saying much. And that was another movie that everyone was in love with, and I have no idea why. But I do have a lot of thoughts about this movie, so come along, kids, let's take a walk. The movie starts out with a very young little Mabel, our main character. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. So imagine this, you're at an airport or a coffee shop or something, you connect to the Wi-Fi as usual, check your email, check your bank account, and suddenly, your identity's been stolen, your email and bank passwords have been hacked by someone on the same public network just like 3 seats away. You look in your email, you see one from your grandma saying, OMG, what is this? You click the link and then you've been phished. These are everyday occurrences on the internet, but having to set up all the different protection apps and get all the accounts going, like, it's really daunting and annoying. And that's why you need Surfshark. Surfshark's VPN. The VPN itself can hide your IP address and encrypt the data going to and from your device, so hackers can't trace it and steal your Club Penguin passwords or whatever. Surfshark also has an email scam checker that checks for viruses, phishing attacks, and all kinds of other attacks that people are trying to do against you. On top of all that, it comes with ad blockers that block online website trackers, so you don't have to worry about, like, companies stalking your every move, collecting all your data, and then selling it. A VPN is essential for today's world. If you do literally anything online, which would be all of you watching this video right now, and Surfshark is the best of the best. You can even use it on as many devices as you want with just one account. So you buy it once, set it up once, and the whole family's ready to go. Just go to surfshark.com/Meyers or use code Meyers at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN when you sign up. Okay, back to the show.
I'm Mabel, and I'm gonna get you out of here.
Yeah, okay, Mabel, what's your plan with that guinea pig, huh? You gonna set it free? It's gonna die in 2 hours. Look at this 7-year-old freaking idiot. So as you can see, Mabel loves animals and wants to save all of them. This, of course, puts her at odds with her teachers and her mom, who's just about had it with Mabel and her wackadoo shenanigans.
I know you love animals, Mabel, but you bit someone. You cannot bite people. That is not something I should have to say. Mom, I gotta get back to work. Can you take her for a few hours? Thanks.
Now, put a pin in this right here, because I'm going to come back to it later. But all the same, so Mabel is left with her grandma.
The outlaw's life is pretty lonely, huh? All right, you leave me no choice.
Well, Mabel, you leave me no choice. And then she just like sits on a rock. But okay, so Mabel's grandma is one of those like mystical grandmas, you know, like Moana's grandma or like the tree from Pocahontas. The kind of grandma that you never see growing up as a middle-class white kid in the Midwest. Now, you see, where I come from, grandmas are more like, this neighborhood's really gone downhill since those people moved in next door. I don't want to hear a single noise out of you. It's time to watch the Powerball.
Hey, Grandma, you want to see me do a cartwheel?
You want to hear about how I murdered my first 3 husbands? Anyway, Grandma decides to bestow a little knowledge on the young Mabel that will change her life forever.
I used to get really mad, but not anymore. Want to know my secret?
Only you can prevent forest fires. Oh no, Grandma, the microplastics finally got you. Now you can only talk in commercial slogans. Hamburger helper, when you finally hit rock bottom. Quaker oats, the ones no one likes.
That's what nature does. It's hard to be mad when you feel like you're part of something big.
Grandma, can I come here every day?
Anytime you want.
Except for Thursdays, that's my kidney dialysis. Now, after a very short, brief montage, the grandma dies, and now we see Mabel all grown up at the mature age of 19. And I mean, she has messy hair and Chuck Taylors, so you better believe no one's gonna tell her what to do. Now, this right here is kind of one of my first, like, gripes about this movie. So we're introduced to the mom character and how Mabel is causing her stress and trouble and all that, but this is, like, never explored at all. Like, what a perfect built-in source of conflict or, like, emotional pull, you know? And, like, it would totally make sense and feel natural and give a lot of emotional weight to what Mabel does throughout the rest of this movie. But as it is, the only thing that gives her any depth is like one small montage and a tiny little flashback.
Mabel, are you sure you want to do this? You'll have more opportunities, sweetie, if you come with us.
Mom, I'm not moving across the country. Grandma needs me.
Takis Fuego. And that's basically all we get from Mabel's character, so hope that's good enough for you. She lives in her grandma's house and goes to college that her mom is paying for, I assume. But turns out she doesn't really go to class or talk to her mom at all, and we have no idea how any of this affects anything in her life whatsoever.
Like dog.
Right. Dr. Sam, I know Jerry has permission to destroy the Glade, but something doesn't add up.
Mabel, I'm in the middle of class. What's up, Mabel? A class that you are enrolled in.
Notwithstanding your repeated absences.
Now, Mabel's big dilemma in this movie is that this Glade forest area that Mabel and her grandma used to hang out in, the city is going to build a new road through it. And of course, Mabel doesn't like this.
Relax, everyone. I'll take care of this. Mabel.
Mayor Jerry,
How's the arm?
come find out.
This guy is our main antagonist, Jerry the Mayor. And he's also like an almost completely one-note kind of dude. Like, Mabel's doing this for her grandma, but Jerry's just over here like, I'm gonna build a road to Beavertown. If you know what I mean. But like earlier in the movie, we see how Mabel loves animals so gosh darn much, right? Except she doesn't even realize that there's no animals left in the Glade anyway.
I love animals, almost as much as I love Beaverton. We were very careful to locate the Beltway only across land that wasn't home to any wildlife. It's why the state gave us permission to build.
Her motivation for doing literally anything in this movie is completely inconsistent because, like, there's just, like, no thematic or tangible consequence to anything she's doing. I mean, Mabel is set up to be a pretty interesting character. Like, she's an eco-terrorist who is estranged from her mom, and her only close relative and friend is now dead, but, like, we don't really expound on any of these ideas except the grandma, like, a little bit through these very short flashbacks where the grandma just keeps going, hey, my dude, what if you chilled? But anyway, after seeing this YouTube video, Mabel gets an idea of how she can save her grandma's Glade.
A beaver can save the Glade?
Oh, well, of course. It's a keystone species. It just takes one to dam a stream, maintain the dam, and pretty soon you've got a
Pond
pond
full of animals, of course. So, if I bring a beaver back to the Glade, all the other animals will come back.
This is yet another thing about this movie that just irks me so much. Like, everything is so freaking fast and like ADHD, TikTok, doom scroll brain. Like, the same exact thing happened in Zootopia too. It's like nothing is given any room to breathe or time to sink in at all. It's just like this bizarre breakneck speed for everything. Even scenes like this that are like really important for the story.
All the other animals will come back,
maybe.
and Jerry won't be able to build there. One beaver can save the Glade.
Theoretically, yes. I mean, you're stacking
Gotta go find a beaver.
Like, you see what I'm saying here? Like, it's pretty much every single story beat is pushed out the door as fast as possible. Anyway, so that evening, Mabel sees a beaver walking around by itself. Oh my goodness, this is her chance.
No.
And so she follows it to the underground basement of her university, and things start getting a little wacky. You know, okay, this might be like a little bit of a nitpick here, but like this movie, to me at least, it feels like it has very little unique visual identity. It's like they're trying to do Turning Red or K-pop Demon Hunters or 90s anime, but like you can feel that Cal Arts restraint, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're scared to actually fully commit to what they're pulling from. Like, it's animation, you can do anything. So like, what if you tried? I will say though, as someone who complains a lot about Disney's new animation style, I do appreciate how this movie is more pose-focused and less about like endlessly gesticulating. But yeah, so it turns out this beaver's not actually quite what Mabel thought it was.
Dr. Sam?
Hey, boss, how's the new prototype?
I don't know. I just feel like someone saw me come in. We just need to be careful. This technology must never fall into the wrong hands.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for explaining that. I was wondering if this was important. So Mabel steps in and she's like, OMG, what's all this? And the professor's like, oh, you know, we're just transferring our consciousness into robot animals. Obviously, duh.
We call it hoppers.
Hoppers?
Mm-hmm.
We put this into this.
Yes. This into this. This into this. This into this. This into this.
Wow, I'm so glad that this joke is so funny.
And after years of work, we've done it, Mabel. They think we're them.
So let me get this straight.
I'm sorry. It's just like this movie has every cliched line on the planet. We can't let this fall into the wrong hands. So let me get this straight. Like, did you even try?
Created a fake animal.
Yes.
Which makes the other animals think you're an animal.
Yes. Whoa.
You guys, This is like Avatar.
This is nothing like Avatar.
Okay, well, let's wait and see what that beaver tail do, you know what I mean? Like, Sully sold out the entire human race after one night with the Navi, so let's give the robot beaver a chance. And so, just like with everything else in this movie, this whole part lasts about a minute before she just, like, jumps into the beaver, no questions asked.
It's what? Oh, nice. Hey, look, Doc. I'm just gonna borrow it to grab her.
Okay, like here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. So like this joke here where she's talking as herself, but then we cut to how the humans hear it and it's just like animal squeaks, you know?
Hey, look, Doc. I'm just gonna borrow it to
Like this kind of joke is a little bit cliche, but it is cute and funny, you know? But like it's cut so short. Like the humor's never given enough room to fully resonate. And that's honestly how like everything in this movie is. Like this whole scene here should be a pivotal moment when Mabel is like, I want to save the thing. The professor's like, oh, but it's not safe. If you do it, your brain might turn into applesauce. And then Mabel's like, oh, that's whack. Never mind. But then something happens, and then Mabel's like, applesauce brain be darned, and does it anyway. Not that every movie has to follow the hero's journey exactly, but like this movie, and honestly a lot of recent movies from Disney and Pixar specifically, like the characters just already have this unfounded confidence in everything they do. And like they don't grow or progress in any way, they just do things, and they're always 100% right the whole time. They just try too hard, gosh darn it. But anyway, Mabel escapes from the university and makes her way into the forest to find a beaver to help save the Glade.
Tell me where to find a beaver.
Have you checked the stream?
No. Where's the, Oh, got it. Thank you. Good luck.
Hey, what's that?
It's an arrow, Ted.
Is that a joke? Is this a reference to something? Like why is this line here?
Hey.
And they were in the same den.
No.
Haha, they were roommates joke. You get it, kids? Remember Vines? Such timeless comedy. This will definitely age really well. Anyway, so following the spider's arrow, Mabel comes across another beaver.
We're running out of time. The Glade. They're building a beltway on top of it.
Uh-huh.
The beltway. It's for cars. Cars are, you know cars?
So Mabel tries to talk to this beaver, but he's like not all that interested. And by following him, Mabel discovers where all the animals of the Glade went, which is wherever the heck this is. And this place runs on something called pond rules.
She was gonna eat you!
Well, yeah, she caught me. It's pond rules.
Mm-hmm. Pond rules.
Wait.
I mean, she's gotta eat someone. So, do you still wanna...
That's weird now.
Okay, credit where it's due. That line delivery was really funny. So this society is run by King George, who's basically Ned Flanders from The Simpsons.
Animals living in one little pond, they needed some rules to make it work. But,
Oh, hey there, George.
and hello to you, Steve. That's pond rule number 2. When you gotta eat, eat.
Like, okay, I'm sorry, but this is so weird. Like, the whole shtick is that prey and predators live together in harmony because the prey just allow the predators to do whatever they want. And this is presented as some kind of, like, utopian society. Like bears can just eat whoever and whatever they want, and it's fine because predators just gotta do their thing, my dudes. But then I made all the girls in my high school in The Sims and put all their boyfriends in a pool with no ladder, and somehow I'm the weirdo? Interesting. Like, even when Mabel talks to George about how humans take over all the land, and then he just, like, doesn't care, like, at all.
George, humans are not a part of your pond.
Of course they are. We're all in this together. Remember? Animal homes, human homes, they're all just one big place.
Like, this just seems so insane to put this as, like, a positive thing in a movie in, like, 2026. Actually, you should just let people do whatever they want to you, you know? Like, stop caring so much, my dude. Like, what? But so, Mabel still wants King George to at least build a dam at the Glade. And he would, except there's a very specific reason why they all left in the first place.
It's too loud.
What do you mean, too loud?
Ugh, there's just this noise. It sounds like, No, that's not it. It's more like a ring, 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 ring.
It's like...
You know the 6'7" crowd's going crazy for this joke right now. I mean, it was so funny in Zootopia too, am I right?
Hey, bub.
Hey, bub.
Hey, bub.
Hey, bub.
Hey, bub. Hey.
Hey, bub. Hey.
Bub, 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 bub.
Bub, 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 bub.
Hey, bub.
Hey, bub. Hey, bub, bub.
Hey, bub. Bubby, bub.
Hey, bub. Hey, bub. Hey, ho.
Hey, bub, bub.
Hey, bub.
Anyway, so Mabel has no idea what they're talking about, so they take her over to the Glade, and like all the animals are in this like severe pain of this like noise or whatever, but Mabel just can't hear anything. However, she then discovers that Jerry set up like a fake tree with a speaker to play a high-pitched noise that only animals can hear.
Ugh! It's the tree! The tree is loud!
Did she say the bee is proud?
She sees a cloud?
And then one of the professors uses a bird robot to try and get Mabel back, but in the chaos, somehow Mabel just like rips the tree right out of the ground. Yeah, no big deal, right? I mean, she does wear Chuck Taylors after all.
Hey, the noise is gone.
The tree is loud.
But anyway, so now with the Glade open, the beavers get to work rebuilding the dam set to a montage of an 80s song, which is maybe the least Pixar thing I could imagine. Honestly, this movie doesn't really feel like Pixar, to me at least. And I've made videos about Toy Story, Inside Out, and Coco fairly recently, so it's not just blind nostalgia talking. Like, you can tell they're trying to chase, like, Illumination or DreamWorks or something, because, like, the lines, the jokes, the insane pacing, none of this feels like Pixar. It feels like Kung Fu Panda or, like, Megamind or something. Something I find kind of interesting is, like, so many of Pixar's recent movies are about characters turning into animals, but Pixar movies used to just be about the animals, or like toys or cars or robots, you know? And like that's where a lot of the signature Pixar humor always came from, was non-humans trying to understand human behavioral eccentricities. So why did they do this? But all the same, the dam is built and the day is saved.
Me? I just try and see the good in folks, because everyone's good deep down, you know?
Well, someone has not worked a customer service job before. I worked at Aeropostale for 6 months, and I'm fully on board with Thanos' entire plan. However, Jerry, who hasn't been in this movie like at all this entire time, he shows up once again and blows the dam back up, resetting all of Mabel and George's progress. So now there's only one option left. It's time to assemble the Animal Council.
George, the council!
Oh, right. Someone call the council, please. Okay.
Okay, credit where credit's due. That one also made me laugh. That was good. And so here, right at the 45-minute mark, the movie transforms into like a completely different movie, just out of nowhere.
Why are you so nervous? You're the king.
Oh, Mabel, I'm just a mammal king.
Wait, what?
I know I probably shouldn't care so much, but like, who is writing this? Wait, what? So let me get this straight. Like, I can't believe a group of human beings sat down to write the script, copy-pasted all the cliche lines they could find and said, solid gold, we're done here. Anyway, so the Council of Animals shows up and Mabel has to plead her case to them about what's really going on here.
Look, this is you and your subjects living happily in your homes. But then Jerry puts this in there. And it's so loud, you have to leave. So you're not there to stop him.
Okay, hold on, I'm sorry. But like, we can see how this road is already stretching all the way through the forest. And like, all these animals had no idea this was happening. Like, they never noticed what the humans were doing this whole time.
They're defying our authority. But how?
Because you're letting them.
Finally, they'll show us some respect.
It's like we say in the sky. Flap around and find out.
Flap around and find out. Sure, whatever you say. So what sets off the whole turning point of the movie is that the Monarch Queen wants to squish Jerry to get rid of him and solve the problem. But Mabel doesn't want this to happen because she just kind of wants to like scare him and make him stop building the road, and that's it. And in the kerfuffle between Mabel and the Queen, this happens.
I don't even think squishing Jerry would save the Glade.
Cowards! You wanted us to fight back, so we're fighting back.
So like, Mabel's upset about Jerry maybe being murdered, but then she squishes the sentient queen as a joke. So like, what exactly are we doing here? Now, all the animals get upset about this and set out to capture Mabel. The other professors were also listening in via the other robot animals, and what ends up happening is the Animal Council finds out that the humans have been spying on them. And now they hate humans because of what they just learned about Jerry 45 seconds ago.
Elevated, and she's foaming a little at the mouth.
Oh, Mabel, what have you done?
So, let me get this straight.
Again?
So let me get this straight. So
if you ever worry that you're not a good enough writer, follow your dreams, kids, because they'll take anything. Now here we finally get some semblance of an emotional moment where Mabel explains why she's so desperate to save the Glade.
No.
I know you care about that Glade, but this is not okay. Why couldn't you just let me do the talking?
Because I'm so tired of feeling this way. Like everything's broken.
And like, what exactly is this based on, Mabel? Like, you're trying to save your grandma's Glade, and what else is stressing you out exactly? Are you upset that you couldn't help your grandma to like not die? Golly gee, that would have been nice for us to experience ourselves for longer than a 5-second flashback before jumping into another slapstick joke. Or maybe you're failing school because of all your activism, and your mom is upset and threatening to pull your tuition, but you don't want to give up on the Glade, but you also feel like you're being pulled in 2 different directions. Or anything that gives your character any depth at all. Kellogg's Raisin Bran. It's worse than nothing. Now, I understand that she misses her grandma and she feels lost without her, but to me, personally, I feel like there should be a little more to this character than just that. Like, that kid from Big Hero 6 lost both his parents and his brother, and that dude built an entire set of Avengers power suits in like 4 hours, okay? So, step it up, Mabel. But okay, so just summarizing here. Mabel, George, the bear, the other beaver, and this little freak, they all set out to save Jerry from the impending animal attack by hijacking his car and reminding him who's really in charge, you know what I'm saying?
Beaver,
beaver, beaver,
George!
beaver, beaver. Beaver.
Okay, that's probably enough.
Chopwood logs, lizard, giraffe, orangutan, potato, loaf of bread, men wrestling, loaf of bread.
You know, I sure do love how everything in this movie is cut as quick and unimpactful as possible, but then they always make sure that the least funny jokes go on for a really long time. 94% Rotten Tomatoes, everybody. But actually, like, this part here in the car, I think is a perfect example of what I'm talking about with the whole, like, insane pacing, jingling keys, slide whistle while playing Bop It, watching slime videos, and Family Guy clips on TikTokification of this movie. So, like, they do the phone joke, right?
Chopwood logs, lizard, giraffe, orangutan, potato, loaf of bread, men wrestling, loaf of bread.
And like, having just done this frantic, chaotic joke, you'd think this would be a perfect time to slow things down for a little bit, right? Well, it slows down for about 5 seconds, and then this happens.
Oh, guys, look out!
Like, I don't know what it is, but Disney and Pixar are just incapable of slowing anything down for longer than 30 seconds. Like, this would have been a perfect place for Mabel and Jerry to have some kind of conversation, and Mabel comes to understand him a little bit more, which would lead to her change of heart later and actually make it make sense. But no, that would be too boring. And then there's a car chase with a giant flying shark. Obviously, duh. Although, jokes aside, this whole concept is actually pretty funny, to be fair. But you see, here's the thing. Jerry is not gonna budge on his road building plans, no matter what Mabel says or how many giant flying sharks try to eat him. Now, while this has all been going on, the professors have been chasing after Mabel to get the robot back so they can put her mind back in her body.
I'm sorry!
Mabel, stay put. Your brain needs to recover.
And so Mabel passes out because she was stuck in the robot for too long. She wakes up, and we find out that the new king of the insects is holding everyone hostage, and he's making them build a robot-human clone of Jerry so he can get all the humans together and squish them all.
Remember this? We've discovered that with a few adjustments, it can be used on humans too. It's not just extremely annoying, it extremely squishes.
And so it looks like all hope is lost. Oh, if only the bugs had left them all the necessary tools they need to transfer their mind to the same beaver robot and escape. Golly gee, wouldn't that be something?
Stick his head and stuff?
2,
Oh my goodness, could it be? Is this a
super convenient coincidence?
We're gonna give the Insect King the chance to do the right thing.
What? Why?
Because everyone's good deep down.
Are you freaking kidding me right now? That's the message of this movie? It's not about fighting for what's right or sticking to your convictions or the incredible durability and versatility of Chuck Taylor Converse. Because you're not like other girls. How important it is to save the environment from the ever-encroaching hands of corporate greed? Have you even seen Fern Gully?
Problem, kid. You know that? You are just the absolute worst. I
Jerry?
can't believe that I'm stuck here
Jerry?
with you. What?
It's hard to be mad when you feel like you're part of something big.
So the big moral takeaway is that Mabel just cared too much and should have just, like, not cared as much. Hey, sorry I caused out the millions of dollars in damages. I now realize I could have just written my feelings down in a diary this whole time. My bad. For Disney Pixar, of all people, to have this kind of message in their movie is really hilarious. Hey guys, corporations are people too. We're all just living in one big place. There's good in everyone if you just look for it. So on that note, welcome back, John Lasseter. Introducing our new chief executive, Bill Cosby. I just feel like what an insanely milquetoast takeaway from this movie. Now, apparently, according to people who worked on the movie, the original environmental message was heavily gutted by Disney, and boy, you can tell. Hey guys, deep down, everyone's good if you just ignore all the bad stuff they do. Like, remember when Mulan went up to fight Shan Yu and then they just did jump rope for a while? Everyone Gaston stabbed the beast, but then the beast just gave him a hug and then they made paper snowflakes together. But whatever, anyway, so the end of the movie is just completely insane. Like, the rise and fall of the Bug King villain lasts about 15 minutes total, and they defeat him by ripping his face off.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah! Mabel, be careful!
Get off of me! What are you doing? Stop it! No! Mine!
Wait, what the heck? What? And you know, fun fact, Dave Franco's not even acting right now. Like, they just recorded him in his own house for like 10 minutes. And somehow, despite Mabel ruining everything, the entire Glade is set on fire. Everything she worked for goes up in smoke. But then a bunch of beavers returned to the Glade anyway, so the problem kind of solves itself. What an absolutely forgettable way to spend 90 minutes. And in the end, Jerry stops the road project and Mabel ends up working for the professors after she graduates college.
I'm looking for a job, and I just want to work with people who care.
You know, we could use someone who's
passionate,
Annoyingly persistent.
One-dimensional, obnoxiously frantic all the time.
strong.
Thank you, Dr. Sam.
Oh, you think I meant you? Oh, goodness. No, okay, get out of here before I call the cops. And that's more or less the movie Hoppers. But of course, this is a Disney Pixar movie, and that means it's perfect and amazing. And if you like it, then you're a really cool kid, and everyone wants to be your friend. All right, that'll do, Alex. See you next year for that new Disney Hex movie. But what about the Moana remake coming out? No, you see, the Hive Mind's already decided that we hate that movie, so you can have it for free. 1,000 graces upon you, oh great public opinion overlords. Hey, you ever gonna remake that Encanto video and say the right things this time, Alex? Now I know what you're thinking. Alex, shut up. Your videos have frantic comedy and quick punchlines, and sometimes your jokes aren't even funny. Oh, what's that? A 20-minute YouTube video made by one dude in a few days is different than a $150 million Pixar movie that hundreds of people worked on over 6 years? Well, looks like someone just discovered that
Some things are different in a different context.
Now, I want to be clear here, okay? It's not like I have some kind of personal vendetta against this movie. The movie's fine. I found it largely forgettable. It's very shallow. It's trying way too hard to be far too zany for its own good. But more so, I'm just completely baffled by its reception on the internet. Like, is everyone 12 except me? The funniest movie in the Pixar canon? Near perfect scores? I already know what some of you were gonna say, okay? Why are you taking this kids movie so seriously? Grown man gets upset about kids movie. But like, that's exactly my point though, is like Pixar movies never really used to be kids movies. They were oftentimes like multi-layered family movies that had very mature themes, they had nuanced characters, they dealt with very like human emotions and human experiences, and those are the parts of Pixar movies that stick with you like your whole life. The name Pixar used to really mean something, so I find it so frustrating when they put out this like milquetoast nothing of a movie and get endlessly, uncritically praised for it. The highest grossing Pixar movie since Coco. Gee, I wonder why. What possible reason could there be that Pixar's movies that all came out in the 2020s performed badly at the movie theaters? Did something happen at that time? Well, I guess we'll never know. I mean, okay, as with all my videos, if you like this movie, then that's great. You know, it's okay to like stuff that you like, it's fine. But like with Zootopia 2 and now Hoppers, it's just like, it's like I'm living on a different planet or something.